3, 2, 1. We are back, bruh. I believe this is episode 20 with Sustv. I'm your host, Susmoves, and you already know the vibes. Let's get right to it, man. By now, y'all should know what it is, bruh. Indubitably.
Does it feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
S filled to the moon, making moves like a movie script.
We back with your boy, Susmoves.
S filled to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do.
Moves.
Okay, hey, look. Sustv ville, subscribe, hit it, really give and hit the bell. So the new vids don't stop, get it, know the deal. We the ville, run up the M's, shoot past the mills. We are the team,
Not today, Satan.
Hill. Grind like the ant, you already know it's on our heels. Ain't sus without us, but move standing still.
Okay.
Give love to real ones,
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
mutual.
Yeah.
Been the time, been advised, got too much plague in my mind. With the games that we lose
It's
is built by design. Could I really make it out with a slick
Don't
yellow
stop.
line? Look at the sky and ask
Yeah.
for a sign. Real in the green like I take care of vines. Get this energy from my mind. Get the willpower from the God. Hey. S filled to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do. S filled to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do. Sustv ville, Sustv.
Okay.
Sustv ville, Sustv.
We back with your boy, Susmoves. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and we are back with another episode of Sustv Season 3 with your boy, Susmoves. And we're going to go kick things right off, man. I don't think anything is really going on besides the fact that, sorry about that, besides the fact that we do have some news, music-wise, from the label CMG. I believe it's owned by Yo Gotti, if I'm not mistaken. Or, well, if it's not directly just owned by him, which most companies, that's not the case. They sorry about that. With most companies, that's not the case. There is typically, a couple of different hands in the pot to make things work. But I know that he's definitely a big figurehead in that, as far as that label goes. And they dropped an album, and it is pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of fire beats in there. There's a lot going on. And I really hope to give the whole thing a thorough listen. You know what I'm saying? When I'm working on one of my jobs, you know what I'm saying? Booked and busy. But right now we're here working, and yeah, man. Music-wise, everything has been pretty slow. I'm really not sure who else dropped. We know Lil Durk already dropped his album. We talked about all of that. The Drake album, still doing what it's doing. Moneybagg Yo has dropped. A lot. Roddy Rebel's album, fire all the way. Roddy versus Rebel. The song itself is fire. The songs that it has on there, just phenomenal. And of course, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but we're gonna mention it again. That New York song that he had with Jadakiss and A Boogie, fire. You know what I mean? A staple for New York. Big W's for New York all around. Yeah, Sirski. That's all that's really going on as far as that. I didn't really see too much going on with just global news. I haven't really been tapped in to what's been going on. I'm sure it's more death, destruction, and sadness, unfortunately. Let's see what's going on. We see they're saying that a woman got arrested after allegedly dressing as a nurse to steal a baby from a hospital in California. What is this world coming to, bruh? Where is this source from, actually? Global News. It seems that she's being accused of dressing as a nurse. Okay, she entered the hospital. She's attempted to steal a baby last week. Police claim, according to the press release from Riverside County Sheriff's Office, Genesia? What? Jesenia. I'm sorry. Jesenia Marone entered the Riverside University Health Center July 14th. Oh, that was a while back. And impersonated a newly hired nurse on campus. It is unclear, however, how the 23-year-old gained access to the hospital's maternity ward. where infants were monitored and treated. She allegedly entered the patient's hospital room and, after identifying herself as a nurse, attempted to take the patient's newborn child. She was then confronted by hospital staff who called security, as per the press release. That is absolutely bonkers to me. This world is really crazy, man. You got to really, like, man, mind your P's and Q's. 90 Day Fiance guest Michael Baltimore added to U.S. Marshals Most Wanted list. I don't even want to know. That's none of my business. If he's one of the most wanted lists, I don't want him nowhere near where my operation's at. You feel me? U.S. House passes bill to protect same-sex marriage from Supreme Court overturn, but we can't, figure out this abortion thing. Anyway, speaking of which, look at that. Kansas to vote on abortion rights as first statewide electoral test post Roe. That is crazy, as in Roe versus Wade. Keystone Pipeline operated at a reduced rate due to damaged power supply in South Dakota. Just miscellaneous information. After 2 years in a coma, U.S. woman wakes names brother as attacker. Dang. That is crazy. Man. And that is the world that we live in, bro. That's a brief, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Let me just, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't even have anything queued up. In the event of sad stuff playing. I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to my boy Maru Genesis. We're gonna go ahead and play one of his songs. It's called Ari Green. I don't think he'll mind the press.
Yeah, I be so.
Take a little brief break from all of that
Wonderful
news.
I be so chill. I be so chill. I be so chill. I be so chill when you meet me. So chill. Arizona green tea. Yeah. Great vibe, take a sip, don't tease me. Great guy, shorty don't wanna leave me. Big can, but I'm cool, not sleazy. I can be pleasing. Yeah. I'm a jam if you like what you see. A quiet taste make me rhyme for a reason. Oh, give me reason. Cherry blossom bleeding. Iced out, bro. I'm in all season. Yeah. I don't miss just my views overseas. Never miss. Overheads, book a tour for the screening, but soon we leaving. Moving seamless. I'm proving meanings that.
And again, that was Maru Genesis, Ari Green. You can find him on everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, etc. You know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and enjoy some of that. But yeah, man. Moving right along with today's show, smorgasbord of shows. I was actually doing very, very, very brief research, which you may have seen pre-pod, on meditations and the benefits it has for the human body, soul, spirit, etc. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like, tapping more into, a divinity kind of realm, and tapping more into meditation and different practices like that would be definitely, beneficial for just about everybody. And I did have like a pre-pod before where I did like a meditation thing, and I might do some more of that. I'm thinking about doing more of that. So you guys can go ahead and comment below if you guys would love to join me for a guided meditation class where I may, do my own due diligence and research. And then while I'm doing my meditation right there in front of you guys can just follow along with what it is that I'm doing. If it works for you, it works for you. And if not, whatever. But comment below if you guys would be down for that. Definitely something that I've been thinking about. So in my research, I ended up with one video, actually, research that I did with just one video. I found out 7 different techniques, and I actually use a couple of them in my own practices in meditation and, trying to reach a certain level of elevation in my meditation to where, it can help me with a lot of different factors that were actually mentioned in the video. I'm not going to go too in detail with the benefits that it has for you. I'm going to ask that you guys do your own research. I'm no expert. Warning labeled the disclaimer below. I'm no expert. Please do your own research before practicing any of this, doing any of this. But here are 7 different techniques, meditation techniques that you guys can try at home, or with a professional. After you do your due diligence. Once again, I am not a professional, so don't come for your boy. But the first technique, I believe, was the breathing practice, where you control your breathing, and you close your eyes, and it's more of the kind of thing, and you don't have to make noises or anything like that. But we try to focus and you try to lock in with that sort of meditation practice. Coming right in second was practice of positivity. It was of spreading love, in layman's terms. So you would start, by looking in the mirror and saying some positive things about yourself. Then you would try to say some positive things about a friend, then with a stranger, and then finally with the world. And this would overall help with things like your anger. I wasn't gonna get into detail with the benefits of them, like I said before, just a couple minutes ago. But that one in particular struck a chord in me, so I'm definitely gonna try to utilize that one a bit more. The next one was, I believe, focus meditation, where you would take like a ball or something and you would just focus in on it and just try to practice just locking in. And there was a lot of good benefits for that one as well. There's apps that you can use for that as well. Coming right after that is mantras. So you can say words or phrases and you could just repeat them as many times as you want in different kind of forms and facets. On TikTok, I saw there was a couple of mantras going on. I remember there was like something, money tree, and something, the money all comes to me, something like that. You guys might know more about that than I. But there's many plethora of different mantras that one can try. There was, so now what are we at? We have the breathing one. We have the positive reinforcement. We have the focus attention. We have the mantra. There was there was a movement meditation where it's really difficult to move and meditate and lock in with yourself, but that was one of them that you might want to experiment with. It was holding your breath, which is another form of the breathing one, but this time you would hold your breath for a certain amount of time and things like that, which is why, again, I say, go ahead and get a professional. I'm not a professional, and do your research. That way, you don't end up giving yourself, problems, because, we're talking about breathing here, and I don't know who has health issues and who doesn't, etc. So definitely research before you try any of these, honestly. And there was one more that I'm forgetting. It'll come to me or it won't. But, I'm getting really into just trying to practice more of the meditative state of things and, prayer and things of that nature. So, I really think that it would be beneficial for a lot of different people out there in the world. You definitely want to try to tap in with yourself and actually try to practice some of these things, Yeah, man. We're going to go ahead and take a brief intermission. And we're going to come right back. And then when we come back, we're going to go ahead and do our little spiel like we do. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, man, let's go ahead and just tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys know the vibe. Brief intermission, man. Brief intermission.
Does it feel good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sustv to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do. Sustv to the moon, making moves like a movie script. We lit, giving, hit the bell. So the new vids don't stop, get it, know the deal. We the ville, run up the M's, shoot past the mills. We are the team.
We back with your boy Susmoves.
Grind like the end, you already know it's on.
Yeah,
our
man.
heels. Without us, but move standing still. Give love to
So in our brief intermission, man, we in the first half we was originally talking about the forms of meditation, and you know what I'm saying. I was saying, you guys do your own part to make sure you see and know what the benefits of that is, and what it can do for you and how it can best benefit your life. But I was also thinking about different ways that people try to reach different levels of peace. You know what I'm saying? There is forms of Buddhism, Christianity, Muslim belief, what you call it, which is technically Christianity. Well, Islam. There we go. The submission to the will of God. Yeah, there we go. That's what it was. Sorry about that, guys. A little ignorant of me. But yeah, there's different forms of it to find your own peace in terms of religion and just in general. This different peace practices that you can try, such as yoga, acupuncture. I recommend. I've actually tried acupuncture, and I feel like it's brought my body a lot of peace, a lot of tranquility. Definitely a pleasing, even internal, just feel good energy and vibration. Just it was brought to my life from just experiencing some acupuncture. Of course, it was a combination with just me tapping more into my religious side. Looking at my proverbs and things of that nature, and of course also meditating and just trying to reach new levels of peace and finding myself in situations where I'm more, just whole. You know what I mean? Overall. So, I've been feeling good. I've been feeling great. As far as that, but there's different peaceful practices that you guys can definitely try. Um, as well as the meditation, I feel like it all falls in tandem with it. You know what I mean? Trying to gain access to a better sense of calm. You know what I mean? And just embodying balance and true nature, and confidently just falling into the different styles and the different facets of your mind. You know what I mean? That reside within you. There's different symbols and things of that nature, angelic numbers and things that you could tap into. I'm just trying to give the information out there, kind of put the information out there that there's just different ways that people can there's different ways that people can go out there and just try to benefit their own lives and situations. I find that having clean spaces definitely have been beneficial for me. My mood is definitely uplifted a lot better when my space is a lot cleaner and less cluttered than when it's just a complete disaster like a tornado ran through. More things that bring me peace would be a good meal prep, or just eating right consistently. I feel like my body overall, in and out, just feels great. I feel more centered. I feel more put together. Um, Dressing clean, you know what I mean? Sometimes just having a decent fit. It doesn't have to be something super fancy, but just knowing that you went out there and you're trying to take care of yourself a little bit better, you know, it could be a very beneficial. It can definitely uplift the entire tempo and the entire direction of your day. You know what I mean? And sometimes just telling yourself that you're gonna have a great day no matter what, it is already like half the battle. Um, what else? What else have I tried? Um, Getting up earlier and getting out there and tackling the day, as people say, it's not always the easiest thing to do. But if you have a decent amount of sleep and then you get up early and then you go and you just get after it, just you dodge the snooze alarm, which weave stupid weave, but then I go ahead and I fall victim to it sometimes. So it's like you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But that's not always the case. Sometimes I go ahead and I tackle it, and then boom, positivity, great day. Jokes, comedy. Comedy is a great way for stress relief, things like that. That's how I get through it. Sometimes, music, positive music, positive music. Doesn't always have to be bang, bang, shoot 'em up. But I'm just saying on my front, that Roddy Rebel album was really helping your boy out, you know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. Different things that bring me peace. Working out, you know what I'm saying? Lifting that weight, putting in that muscle, you feel me? The cardio, sometimes I do a little bit of boxing, sometimes I do a little bit of jogging. I do a little bit of basketball, soccer, football, whatever I can, whatever I could get across to, helps me out. Being in tune with my pets. I do got my son, you know what I'm saying? And more my son than my pet, you know what I'm saying? My little, you know what I mean? I got a little, you know what I mean? Got a little gerbil or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Got a little gerbil, you know what I mean? Roscoe Dash, named after Roscoe Dash. Cause he dashes, man. Leave me alone. Candles, as you can see in the back, or maybe you can't, but I do have candles around me, you know what I mean? Music, arts and crafts, you know what I mean? Taking a social media break, staying away from all this social whatever, and then coming back in to tap in, and then got nothing to talk about when you come to your podcast, you know what I'm saying? But it bring me peace sometimes, okay? So sometimes you gotta tap in with you and find out what's good for you so that you can then benefit the world from a raw place, you feel me? Drinking some tea. Well, I occasionally drink tea. I'm not really on drinking tea like that. I do have, you know what I mean, Monster. You know what I mean? This is a lot of, terrible things in there, like sugar. But hey, you know what I mean? YOLO, or, or not, but whatever. So I guess, this pod is just really just centered around trying to find the things that bring you the most peace and executing on them at least 4 times out of the week than not. You know what I mean? I'm here to be a benefit and an advocate for positive habits that you can then utilize to get through your own mental stresses, turbulence, and things of that nature, and just completely be a benefiting factor in a lot of y'all lives. If I can, so humbly be. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that everyone is enjoying their time here and doing what it is they got to do, making your money, saving your money. You know what I mean? That can help. Finding different, revenue streams, or reading a great book. I have a lot of books back here that I have not read. They look like they're just there for show, but I am, starting to try and tackle more books. As a kid, I hated reading, bro. I hated reading, but now I see the benefits of it. And I'm like, I should have read. So now I'm trying to read, a little bit more and stuff like that. And I'm starting to enjoy it more. Find a good book that you enjoy and then move from there. And then from there, you'll be able to, elevate further and find the books that really interest you. And you can find the more advanced version of those style of books. And then from there, you start to get your education and you'll spill over into everything else. Try to be surrounded by positive peoples that uplift you and, don't make you feel so crappy all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're around people like, oh, you're not doing enough, or sometimes you're around people who just be bringing you down or putting your energy out of whack, just saying like out of pocket stuff, doing out of pocket stuff, just straight bozo activity. So sometimes you got to clear out your spaces and all forms and facets to really get where you want in life and what you want out of life. And that's another thing. Sometimes you gotta practice writing things down that'll benefit you and get you where you want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Get you in the positive pocket, on the throne, in the spotlight where you would like to be. So you can't always just let things be how they are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta pick yourself up and put yourself in position to win, and start hustling. You know what I'm saying? That way you get some value. You know what I mean? And you can be high value. It's so popular to say these days. But yeah, man, I'm just on that. I was just here just trying to give the people the information. Invest in the metaverse any way you can, and try to find something technological based to as far as a trade skill career wise on the side even that you can utilize, because the world is just getting more and more technologically advanced, and that's kind of the direction that we're going in. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Short pod today. I just kind of wanted to speed through and get you guys right with that information. You feel me? And for sure, we're gonna be potting a lot more. There's gonna be a lot more videos to get to. There's gonna be a lot more that we're gonna get into. Pressing forward and things of that nature. I'm gonna have a lot more topics. There's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff that I want to get into that I feel like matters on a grand scheme of things. We're gonna be looking at some court cases if possible. Get into the nitty gritty of law. We're gonna be getting into different classes and stuff with the technology, and like as I'm learning, I'm gonna maybe just do it live and like we'll learn together. We're gonna look up different careers and like what they make and like what we're doing and how we can then elevate further. We're gonna look at different social practices. How can we become less socially awkward if we are, or how can we improve our social activity if we're already pretty inept in that area. And I guess like how to fight addiction. We're gonna get into a lot of different things that actually matter pressing forward. So this is gonna be like the brief. This is kind of just like the brief little like like when you dip your toe in the water in the pool kind of thing. So that's kind of what this is without getting too much in detail with it. But hopefully with the next topic we get even further and we start to actually get into the nitty gritty of things. I'll start it based pretty vague like how I do. It'll have a multitude of different topics, and then we'll narrow in on the one that I really want to narrow in on, and then we'll do research. We'll take pauses, breaks, whatever it is that's necessary. Maybe I'll do the pre-pod research like I'm supposed to, and then we'll go through the whole thing and get our information that way. But we're gonna keep this pod short, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and play that thing one more time for us, man. And we just gonna head up out of here, man. I know y'all might be tired of this song, but I ain't tired of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, bro, for tuning in and supporting your boy, man.
Yeah.
S-Ville to the moon.
Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is Sustv. I'm your host, Susmoves, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. One more time. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is Sustv. I'm your host, Susmoves, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Hey, look. Sustv ville. Subscribe,
Don't stop.
hit it, wheel it, give and hit the bell. So the
Move.
move is don't stop, get it, know the deal. We the ville, run up the M. Shoot past the mills, we are the team promoting how they heal. Grind like the ant, you already know it's on our heels. Ain't sus without us, but move standing still.
Don't stop.
Give love to real ones, respect mutual. Hey, been the time, been the vibe.
Move.
Got too much play in my mind. With the games that we lose is built by design. Could
Don't
I really
stop.
make it out with a slick?
We
little
back
line?
with your
Look at
boy,
the sky
Sus
and ask for a
Moves.
sign. Real in the green, like I take care of vines. Get this energy from my mind. Get the willpower from the God. Hey, 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 hey. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Bow. S-Ville to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do. Hey. S-Ville to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do. Sustv, ville, Sustv.
Big ass Ville, man. Big ass Ville. Go ahead and comment it down below, man. As Ville, go ahead, subscribe, like, share. Like I said before, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. All that, you know what I'm saying? Support your boys, support the movement. We're going to try and get more in depth and actually start to benefit people's lives with some things that actually kind of matter. And, you know, that matter to the mental, to the soul, to the heart, to the body, to the financial, you know, across the board, man. We're going to be affecting all of that, man. So thank you again, man. Thank you for tuning in. Once like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is Sustv. I'm your host, Susmoves. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.